Ej, siemano, witam was w kolejnym odcinku z gry Hogwarts Legacy. Wracamy do profesora Figa po odnalezieniu księgi. Skakujemy. Misja rozpoczęta. Swoją drogą.
Revelio.
Podejrzewam, że coś będzie z tym związane.
You cannot be serious. Goblins working with Rookwood makes no sense.
It is rather unorthodox, to say the least.
Unorthodox? It's inconceivable. It's... Ah, Fig. You have a visitor. I'll see what I can find out.
Sir, I was able to search the restricted section while you were with Professor Black. It was a book we were after.
What? That's... Wait. You accessed the restricted section? But how? Thinking on it, perhaps it's best you spare me the details.
Fair enough. In fact, the book was below the restricted section as it appeared on the map.
I want to hear everything. First, let's have a look. Oh dear. Some of these pages seem to be missing. It appears someone has got to the book before us. Still, I will need time to study what remains. Perhaps we can still salvage something useful, though it may take some time. I wonder why it was here, below Hogwarts.
I think I know, sir. I saw 2 more memories where I found the book.
Another pensive. Godric's heart.
The man we saw before, Percival Rackham, was a professor here. The first memory showed him and 3 other professors using ancient magic to restore a hamlet from a drought.
Miriam was right. And the second memory?
They were talking to a student who started as a 5th year, like I did. She could see traces of magic too.
Why those memories? Perhaps this book will explain. I'll have to take it with me to London. The headmaster has insisted that I speak directly to the minister about George's death.
What will you tell them about Mr. Osric's death?
I don't know how much I dare say. George tried to convince the ministry about Ranrock, but to no avail. My instinct is to follow the path we are on for the moment and keep the details to ourselves until we know more.
I understand. I'll see what I can learn about the missing pages while you're gone.
Good. Don't neglect your studies. Your wand work is improving by the day. But you'll want to pay attention in herbology and potions. There's more to magic than spellcasting.
Plenty to keep me occupied while you're gone.
You've done exceptionally well. I look forward to seeing all that you've accomplished when I return. Oh, and don't neglect your friends. You may be surprised by how much you can learn from them as well.
Misja ukończona, 9. poziom. Mamy do odebrania tutaj wygląd wyposażenia. Kolekcja. Jezus, kot, zawsze się musisz wciskać tam, gdzie cię nie potrzeba. Chyba odznaczyłem już. Nie, dobra, mniejsza z tym.
Meet me in Lower Hogsfield as soon as possible. I would like to talk to you about Rookwood and Harlow, and it might be best to do so outside of the castle.
Sowia poczta. O, trochę tego przyszło. To było przeczytane. Umiejętności pojedynkowania. Dobra. Co my tu mamy? Zadanie profesor. I ukończone, tak? Myślę, że możemy się swoją pocztą proszę za spotkanie w Dolnym Hogsfield.
Professor Fig and we...
Mapa świata. Wioski. W wioskach nowych sprzedawców i tak dalej.
have asked that I teach you an additional defensive spell. Please complete the assignments I have given you, and then proceed to see me in my classroom.
Tak, tak. Wiem. Tutaj. Nie mamy jak się tutaj dostać. Ale pobiegniemy sobie tam. Zrobimy. Jak profesor powiedział, nie zaniedbywać przyjaciół. Tutaj.
I haven't been down to the boat.
Tutaj. No już otwarta.
They really shouldn't allow food and drinks in the common room.
Tutaj coś mamy. To mnie interesuje.
I shall get in trouble for this.
Incendio!
Czyli jednak podpalić.
That was nothing.
Is everything all right?
Oh, hello. Thank you for asking. I'm Cressida, by the way, and I'm afraid everything's not all right. I may be in a spot of trouble with the librarian. You see, I'm fond of creating my own charms. Thought I'd perfected my light as a feather charm to use on my library books. My arms get so tired carrying them around all day. But I must have confused the Latin word for feather with bird in my incantation, because when I opened my bag just now in the library, they literally took flight.
That sounds brilliant, actually.
Thank you. Somehow I don't think the librarian will see it that way. I collect the books and remove the charm myself, except this isn't the first time one of my charms has threatened the peace of the library. Our meet told Madame Scribner they were my books flying around, so she said that if I caused her any more trouble, she'd write to my parents. Perhaps you could get them for me. There are only 5. She won't be suspicious of a new student looking around.
Why did Army tell Madame Scribner that they were your books?
Oh, to be perfectly honest, I don't think he meant any harm. I think he was impressed, bragging on my behalf. Amit spends a lot of time gazing at the stars, but he knows a good charm when he sees one.
I suppose I could help if I have the time.
Oh, I'd very much appreciate it. One of the books is my diary. I'd rather it not fall into the wrong hands. If you could collect them and bring them to me, I can remove the charm.
Dobra, dobra. Tyle, że ja tu...
Revelio.
Przed chwilą na 100% widziałem kartkę latającą. A proszę. Nie tak. Tutaj. Mapa świata. Śledzimy. I pędzimy. Znajdziemy czas na zrobienie tych pobocznych zadań przy okazji. Ale póki co...
I think Garlic puts that on.
What are you up
Sick.
to now?
She does.
Accidentally levitated.
Gdzieś tutaj. Teraz tutaj. Biegniemy. No dość kawałek od nas. No proszę, ogień. Czyli tutaj też się znajdziemy prędzej czy później. Księżycowe grzybki. A co tak daleko? Co tak daleko chciała się spotkać? Tyle biegania. Czyżby to tutaj? Co to jest za...
Revelio.
Ale mogę tu wejść. Szukaj. Szynia. Narzędzia gajowego. Okej, mamy to. Jeszcze...
This looks intriguing. Levioso! Accio!
No, nie spadnij. Dobra, no na pewno wrócimy do tego. Lecimy z tym zadankiem, bo mnie rozprasza co chwilę coś. Kolejne zadanie poboczne.
It is good to see you, my friend.
No ciebie też dobrze widzieć.
Hello, Natty. How are you? I hope you've recovered from our rather eventful trip to Hogsmeade.
I am well, but I have been worried about you, my friend. With Ranrock and Rookwood and Harlow after you?
I'm all right at the moment.
We did not speak about it at the time, but I am hoping now you might tell me why they were looking for you.
Kurczę, no nie wiem, czy jej powiedzieć.
They want something that Professor Fig and I found at Gringotts.
When were you at Gringotts?
Just before we came to Hogwarts. In fact, it's why I was late to the sorting ceremony. A portkey brought us there after the dragon attacked our carriage.
What on earth?
There's one more thing. It's a bit odd, if I'm honest. Professor Fig says I have a rare connection to a powerful form of ancient magic.
Is that the magic you used fighting the trolls in Hogsmeade?
I think so. I'm still learning, but I can see traces of it, and I've cast magic I can't otherwise explain. I know that's a lot to absorb.
It is. And I will have more questions. For now, it is safe to say that Rookwood and Harlow are a threat to both of us, to all of us, which is why I wanted to speak to you. I realized something that day in Hogsmeade. You displayed such courage fighting that troll, and Serona wasn't intimidated one bit by Rookwood and Harlow. Both of you have inspired me to take a stand of my own.
What sort of stand?
Men like Rookwood and Harlow are the reason my mother and I left Matabeleland. I am not going to sit by and watch them destroy my new home.
Good. Rookwood and Harlow are a dangerous pair. And the fact that they're working with Ranrock, well...
All the more reason they must be stopped. Rumor has it that Theophilus Harlow runs Rookwood's day-to-day operations. Taking him down would cripple Rookwood's entire enterprise.
That may be true, but shouldn't Officer Singer handle someone like Harlow?
I spoke with her. She was polite, but perhaps understandably would not discuss details with a student. I overheard some of Rookwood's lot talking about a massive poaching operation that Harlow is planning. I was thinking that we could investigate a bit, try to get the evidence that Officer Singer needs.
All right, but how?
I am going to watch and listen, find out precisely what Harlow is up to. I shall reach out when I know more. In the meantime, remember, I am here if you need me.
Thank you, Natty.
Be on your guard.
I beg your pardon! How dare you threaten me?
What's going on here?
Pomóż nieznajomej. Pomożemy, tylko...
But, Mummy...
Archie, I don't have time to argue. I've told you repeatedly not to stray far from home. Especially when I'm inside with your...
I never thought Ramrocks
Zadań pobocznych na razie nie będę ruszał tutaj.
I'm too tired for your stories today. You stay right here where I can see you. Now, why don't you do some more drawings for me?
Very well, Mummy.
Mamy skrzynię kolejną.
Revelio.
No i w środku, ale... da się. Coś tu jeszcze? Nie wygląda na to. Wyposażenie nowe. Co tu trafiliśmy? Aha, uchwyt. Lepsze okularki, to sobie zmienimy.
Off on another adventure, are we?
Jeszcze gotówka. Tu mamy pomóc nieznajomej, tak?
must have come this way. Think!
I've no idea who it is you think I might have seen. I've been busy with my research. I do not have time to...
Victor Rookwood don't give a dox's nip back your time. Oi! Speak of the devil. Mr. Rookwood would like a word with you.
A student? You can't be so...
Enough out of you.
Leave her alone.
Stupefy!
You'll regret crossing my path.
Levioso. Accio.
Żegnam.
I'll watch the light go out of your eyes.
W części twojego przewodnika poświęconej kolekcjom znalazł się nowy typ wroga. Znajdziesz tam cenne informacje o przeciwnikach, na przykład o ich podatności na działanie niektórych zaklęć.
Levioso. Accio. I'm not going anywhere with you. Accio.
Take that student over my
Tell Rookwood by himself. Levioso. Accio.
Wow.
Little brat.
Levioso. Accio.
Do widzenia.
What on earth just happened? I've never been accosted in such a manner, and so close to Hogwarts.
Are you all right?
I am, thanks in no small part to your excellent defensive skills. Care to tell me why two Ashwinders were ready to dispatch me to get to you?
Ashwinders?
Victor Rookwood's thieves and extortionists, his little cronies. They seemed quite keen on you.
It's a long story, but thank you for your help.
Well, you've avoided them for the moment. Priya warned me things were getting dangerous. Best get moving on my research before they return.
You mentioned someone named Priya.
Yes, my wife. She's the one who piqued my interest in Merlin. Gave me a book when we were students at Hogwarts. Typical hard-working Hufflepuff, brilliant potioneer, has her own shop in Knockturn Alley. She's a travelling vendor. Hears what's going on in the Highlands before I do.
You're a researcher?
Nora Treadwell at your service, historian and archaeologist specialising in Merlin's work and life.
Merlin? Of the legend of King Arthur?
The very same. Merlin attended Hogwarts, you know, and I'm studying some curious fixtures he left here centuries ago.
Fixtures?
These vine-covered pillars, dozens of them, all around the area. I've taken to calling them the Trials of Merlin. I believe he created them as a diversion for his fellow Slytherins. He was terribly fond of puzzles and enigmas.
I can see why you're so interested in Merlin. I'd be keen to know more about the trials.
Well then, I'll let you in on a little secret. No one has yet managed to figure out how they work. But I believe I have just unlocked a crucial clue. I suspect that Mallowsweet is an important component in getting the trials to work.
Mallowsweet?
Versatile herb. Merlin repeatedly mentioned it in his writings. I had just arrived to test my theory when I was so rudely interrupted. You see, each swirl in Merlin's writing has a symbol in the centre. That started me thinking, what if...
The Mallowsweet is meant to be placed at the centre of the symbols.
Precisely. Would you care to do the honours? We can see what comes of our little hypothesis. I brought a trunk chock full of Mallowsweet with me. It's just over there by my tent.
Okej. Dawaj, Malwę.
This trunk?
Yes, take plenty, even if you already have some.
I have the Mallowsweet.
Lovely. Now, notice the vines on these pillars here, as well as a stone swell on the ground. Each trial has these features. Place the Mallowsweet on the swirl, and we'll see what happens.
No, cyk.
My word! Did you see that? The vines disappeared!
What should I do now?
This is uncharted territory. I am curious about these pyres.
Ogień, podejrzewam.
Incendio!
Merlin's beard!
The flames make the pyre sink.
Za daleko. I jeszcze tutaj.
Curious. The pyres are back where they started.
Albo na czas, albo...
Incendio!
Beard, how beautiful! What a day. I can hardly believe it.
Nora, gdzie jesteś? Tutaj.
I take it we can call that a success?
We can indeed. However, I now have even more questions. How does it work? I must review my notes. I may have missed something.
Are all of the trials like this one?
Oh, not precisely. Well, I think each has those telltale vines and the swirl on the ground. You should feel free to solve them as you come across them. I believe I have what I need to continue my research. My guess is that each will also require Mallowsweet, which you can find in Hogsmeade should you need more. I really must be off. Such a pleasure to meet you. And do be careful out here. Now I've got what I needed, I shall return to the safety of my notes and books.
Misja ukończona. A się spakowała szybciutko. I tak. No w tym odcinku już nie będziemy robili nic. Ale na pewno zajęcia z zielarstwa nam się przydadzą. Nie wiem, gdzieś tu się przeniosę. No i co, no żegnam się z wami. Oczywiście serdecznie zapraszam na następne odcinki, a póki co to by było na tyle. Trzymajcie się, do zobaczenia. Cześć!